Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we have some big news coming out of the LEC to talk about. We actually have a new roster change that is expected to be happening this weekend, and I'm really excited about this. One, because I think these stories are always really interesting. It seems like people really like hearing about them, and I like being the ones to hopefully break the news to you. You know, I'm never going to be the first person to hear about something or know something or whatever, but maybe I can be the first person to let one of you know, and that'd be really cool for me. Also, I'm glad that we have a roster change coming out of the LEC, because we've had so many changes and stories and stuff coming out of the LCS, and I like to keep my channel fairly balanced. I like to talk about the LCS, but I really love to cover the LEC as well. So that's why in today's video we're going to be talking about Excel. They had a crazy offseason where they swapped up their mid laner, they swapped up their support, but things haven't been going so great for them. So now a couple weeks into the season, it looks like they might be making a change, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I'd appreciate it so much, and subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content, because I think like 60 to 65% of you guys are not subscribed, so that'd be awesome. Just knowing that we have so much more room to grow this channel, even with the people that already watch my stuff, let alone if we can get to more and more people. But with that being said, here we go. So just kind of knowing what's going on with Excel right now. This past weekend they played against Misfits. That game didn't go so well. You know, they lost, and that wasn't very surprising. Misfits has been pretty good recently, and then they lost to SK. This was kind of, you know, probably the worst loss, because SK was winless at the time, and yes, they did get off the schneid. They finally got their first win. So, you know, stuff's not looking good for Excel. They just lost to the worst team in the league. They're really struggling. Some people obviously were very critical of their offseason bringing in Nuke Duck, not replacing Dan, all the kinds of weird stuff. But you know, after a couple of weeks where right now they're currently sitting at 2-5, they're actually 2 games out of 6th place. They look like they are ready to make a change, and this change is actually being leaked by none other than Selfmade himself. This is really hilarious. This clip actually came up on my recommended, so I decided to check it out. This LOL drama account. They honestly, they're really up to date on all the latest like rumors, news, everything that's going on. They make a lot of good videos, so I really like you know, going to them for clips and just to stay in the know and everything. And they're doing pretty well. They have like 5,000 subs. Their videos all get a ton of views. They all get a ton of engagement, so they keep popping up for me. And they've gotten a lot of content from Selfmade leaking stuff, from Yankos leaking stuff. But this one's actually coming from Selfmade himself. So let's hear what Selfmade has to say.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
And since we went this week 2-0 against Mad Lions and G2, I think we should be able to secure 2-0 next week too. But we will see. Excel is gonna have a new jungle from what I heard. Or is it unknown, Steven? I don't know.
So he's kind of hard to understand and he talks kind of fast, but he did say that XL is going to have a new jungler from what he is hearing. That is the rumors. Now, I don't know how Selfmade is hearing this. I don't know how the rumors are getting around to the Vitality camp or the Vitality team or whatever, or if, you know, it's just getting out and people are talking about it and people are in the know. But this would mean that Dan, the XL jungler, a guy who a lot of people kind of expected to be replaced in the offseason. You know, people were like, why is Tinks getting replaced? Why, you know, is Fnatic getting rid of Selfmade, all this stuff, but Dan is keeping his job? Like, how is this guy floating under the radar? A lot of people thought Dan was maybe the worst jungler in the LEC in the spring split. I know a lot of people thought Skeens as well, and then obviously Skeens did get replaced. So it was really weird, but this is actually kind of exciting. One, because I think a lot of people think Dan is one of the worst performing members in the LEC right now. Like, probably one of the worst junglers, if not the worst jungler, and that puts you in at least the conversation for worst overall player in the LEC. So getting a new ERL player to come in would be really cool. And yeah, swapping out some of those players who are maybe not doing so well, maybe they need more time in ERL, or maybe they're just not cut up for LEC level. That's always really good. It makes the league better, makes the teams better. But what also is really exciting, and what Selfmade doesn't talk about, is who's going to replace him? What's it going to be? And obviously, Excel has a very good team. They have BT Excel. They have a ERL team. And what happens here is their ERL team is very good. I believe they either made the finals or the semifinals at European Masters. I want to say maybe they made the finals at European Masters. And their jungler, Markoon, who is a Dutch jungler, he's bounced around a lot of top ERL teams. He's played for UCAM, he's played for G2 Arctic, he's played for BTXL. Those are all very, very good ERL programs. This guy has been around the scene for a while. He is the BTXL jungler. Obviously, he would be the guy, most likely. I don't think they're going to make a mid-split move for somebody else or anything. They're probably just calling up their academy jungler. He would be the guy to get an opportunity. And that is really, really cool because, again, BTXL's team has been pretty good, so you got to assume all their players are doing pretty well. It's a 5-person team game. You don't just make it to the finals of European Masters with some bad players. But recently, we had that interview that I covered in a video talking about Razork when he said that he thinks Markoon is probably the best European Regional League jungler right now. And obviously, Razork, maybe he's not the end-all be-all, maybe he's not the best analyst in the world, maybe he's not the best judge of talent, but that's at least one person saying that, hey, this guy is better than some LEC junglers right now. This guy has been on people's radars for a while, and this is going to be really, really cool to see this guy get his opportunity. If we take a look at his stats and stuff recently, these are his stats from 2021, where he had a 14 KDA in the NLC 2021 spring, led that to an 8.75 KDA in the playoffs, playing all different kinds of champions too, Hecarim, Nidalee, Mundo, Graves, Lilia, Olaf. Then in the European Masters Spring main event had a 4.39, and then now back in the summer regular season still sitting at an 8.46. Again, on totally different champions this time. This is Rumble, Volibear, Udyr, Diana. This guy is very, very good. Now, is that going to make him a very, very good LEC jungler? I don't know. He's going to, be in a tough position on this Excel team, this team that's not very good. But Nukeduck coming in, he's been solid so far for this team. If Dan has really been holding this team back, maybe getting a new jungler in there, maybe this will be a spark for Excel. Maybe this will help them show some life. They do, coming up this next week, they are playing against G2, and then I think Vitality. Yes, they're playing against G2 and Vitality, so this is a very, very tough week. And if Markoon is really subbing in, if he is going to be coming in, going up against Jankos and Selfmade during your 2 LEC debut games, that's a tough task. That's going to be a tall order, but you got to prove yourself. You're going to have to play against the best of the best. You're going to have to play against the top teams and the top junglers at some point. So this would be really, really cool. This would be an interesting little change of pace. Now, this is obviously not confirmed or anything like that. Excel hasn't posted anything. This is none other than just like a self-made leak or rumor or whatever. But Selfmade is usually pretty open and honest. He usually tells the truth. He usually says what he hears, and he's usually pretty well connected because he's obviously a guy who has been around competitive League of Legends for a while at this point and has a lot of connections, has a lot of friends, has a lot of people. So I, for one, am very, very excited for this because, yes, I agree with everyone else who has been saying Dan is underperforming, Dan is not that great, and Dan is probably not an LEC jungler, LEC level jungler at this time. And again, that doesn't mean Markoon is going to be either, but man, Markoon is absolutely tearing it up in the European regional leagues. He deserves a shot. He deserves an opportunity, and we're going to get to see what he's made of. And I think that is really, really cool to see one of the top European prospects at this time who probably should have gotten a shot. A lot of people were like, why did this guy not get a shot on like SK? When Treats is going to jungle and there's a guy like Markoon out here who you could maybe buy out. Why is this happening? Well, now he's going to get a shot. Now he's going to, get an opportunity to prove himself, and it's going to be really, really exciting. I'm definitely going to be tuning in because I want to see what this guy looks like up against the best of the best, and I think it's going to be really, really cool. Hopefully, it's a nice spark for Excel because honestly, they've been a boring, not very exciting, not very interesting team to watch, and if they could catch lightning in a bottle with a new rookie jungler coming in and making big plays, hey, they'd have a fan in me for sure. But again, this is just kind of a story that maybe was flying under the radar a little bit, and maybe not as many people are talking about. I wanted to try and break this news to you guys. Excel looking to make a move this weekend. It looks like Dan will be out and Markoon will be coming in. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I'd appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. How do you think Excel is going to do if they do decide to sub in their new rookie jungler? Do you think they'll look better, worse? They'll look the same? They'll still suck? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on the latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace!